What's up, guys? It's Len from Halfway Homestead. It is Saturday morning and I'm out here in the chicken pasture this morning. If you guys haven't been following the weather, it is, I think, May 9 in Northern Virginia, and we had freezing temps last night and a rainstorm all day yesterday. Now, normally we wouldn't worry about such a thing because of just this time of year. We don't get that kind of stuff here, but this crazy cold front that came through caused us a little bit of stress last night. So as you might know, we've got birds out on pasture, and oh yeah, like our scarecrow. Yep, gets the job done. And we have had these birds are 5 weeks old, I think. They're due to process the end of the month, so that's about right. We came over yesterday and they were absolutely saturated. Normally we take and we move our, oh look, hi Moose, hey buddy. And we normally take and move all of our feed and water with our little mobile feeding station here I built. And we move it in a circle around this entire, sorry for the spinny camera here, around this entire pen. You can kind of see in the background there where it's a little bit darker. That's where the birds have been before. Let's see if I can do this. And last night they were right about there when they were soaking wet. I mean, just absolutely saturated to the bone and cold. So Carissa and James had come over to do evening chores and noticed the problem, and were very, very concerned with the cold. In fact, they found one bird that had been essentially trampled as birds were trying to huddle on top of each other. So they called an audible, and we don't normally do this. We try to discourage it, actually. We've got the horse barn here, and we normally don't leave birds in there. The side that's closed off has got our brooder in it, and this open side is just, let's see, everything's backwards, is just an open area that could be used for a horse stall or something like that. Well, she put an emergency kind of fix in. You can see there's a bellwether hanging right there, and she shuttled all the birds in there. They had to hand pick them up and carry them in from basically halfway across this little area, one at a time in the rain, unfortunately, because she was concerned that there was going to be a problem, and they were going to freeze or hurt each other. So they got up this morning, came back out here. All the birds were good. They had a chance to dry off in there and kind of preen themselves a little bit. I just got over here and there's still a few inside. I just shushed a whole bunch of them out of there because they were still in there, forcing them to come out here. And now you can see they're kind of picking through the grass and running around a little bit. It's still a little windy, but they're much happier out here for sure than they will be inside of there. Plus, I moved their feed system a little further away so that they are encouraged to move. But this is one of those things. Moose, stop eating the grass. Stop it. They'll be puking it up, and then Mama's gonna be mad at me. Silly dog. So we do have a neighbor up the way behind me up there. They got a doggy, and it looks like my doggy is aware. I'm hoping that he doesn't decide to go, because this electric fence is going to stop him in his tracks. He is not a fan of the electric fence at all, which is good, because if he's not a fan, that means nothing else is either. So I kind of want to just give a little bit of an update of what we had going on, the struggle of last night and so forth, and that we lucked out. We have not had a lot of success with this batch so far this year. We've had a pretty high mortality rate for us. We normally run a very, very low mortality rate on our chickens. But I think we are down, I think the math is something like 25 birds already out of a 250 batch. That's like 10%. That's pretty, that's high for us. I know some farmers are used to that. I guess that's fine for them. We don't like it at all. We run really, really lean, so every bird that doesn't make it is dollars lost, and it matters to us. But nonetheless, you know, we take it in stride. We know that's part of farming, and it is the struggle of dealing with this and trying to do things the right way. I mean, we could just put them in a concrete, you know, building and never let them see daylight and experience, you know, finding worms and chasing each other around and all that sort of stuff. Or we could take and, you know, give them the best life possible and understand that nature works the way nature works. So that's what we try to do. But so this is our chicken area. Generally the corners crossed, if you've dealt with them before, you know that they don't, they get kind of lazy as they get older and get fatter. My dog over there in the back still eating. Moose! It's enough. Stop it. And the lazier, the older they get, the lazier they get, and they just want to sit there and hang out and hang out by the feeders. So we force them to move by moving their feed and water twice a day, sometimes 3 times a day. I think at this size we're doing it 3 times a day. So I'm out here midday. They did it this morning. I'm out here midday, and we'll do it again this evening. But the way we do that, though, is we can move them around. Let's see if I can get it in a picture here. You know, we technically started, this is the end of where they were last night, but we had gone all the way around the perimeter of our fence, and we started them actually right there behind the scarecrow. Actually, we started them right here, and we moved them all the way around the perimeter. Normally what we can do is we can take and move them around the circle perimeter, and then as we get back to here again, we just come in a space and move them around the perimeter again. And by the time we do that, we can go through this entire pasture and not destroy it, and it recuperates and so forth. So this area looks pretty gross. This is really gross right now. You can kind of see this. They wrecked this pretty good. I was hoping last night's rain would break this up. We left them there a little bit too long. But this will recover. This looked worse than this last year, and everything looks nice and lush and green like it does now this spring when it came up. So it will recover. All that poop will not go to waste. So we are going to, we've done the midday check. One of these days I have to get me one of those selfie stick things to make this a lot easier, and you guys won't have so many close-ups of my face. I'm sure that's unpleasant for somebody. So we're going to see if we can't work our way through the fence here, and if I can convince Moose to go through the fence again. Because unfortunately, the power outlet for the fence is all the way down there, and the exit we need to leave is here. So there's really no way to go down there, unplug it, come out, and then go back. So we have to go through it while it's live. Normally we just hop over, but I got the dog with me who's eating all the grass, and he is not a fan, obviously, of, he's not going to jump over the fence. So let's see if we can't get through this and open up the side by side here. See if we can't get him in. Come on, buddy. Let's go. Come on. Good boy. Here we go. Moose, get in. Good boy. All right. So you guys can see all these, this dirt area, this mud pit. This was all trees the other day. I'll put a picture, I'll kind of superimpose a picture in here real quick of what it did look like. We had a guy come out and do a bunch of work. And this is going to be our mini orchard. Very, very soon. I got another video coming about that. You guys be on the lookout for it. There's the ducks down there, the duck mansion. So, thanks for hanging with me. I will see you guys in the next video. If you have any questions, comments, thoughts, you know, we'd love to hear what your experience is and what you've been doing with your time. And there's my grandson, Alfie. Hey, Alfie. Say hi.
Hi.
And, you know, we'd love to hear your thoughts about what we're doing and what's been your experience on a homestead with cold spells and maybe birds out on pasture. You know, these sort of things, they're trying to do things the right way. You end up with just these kind of issues that you don't really expect and don't want to deal with. But it was quite the pain last night. I know when James and Carissa came in, they were ice cold and wet. And by the time that they had notified me, and pretty much it was too late for me to get suited up and walk over there. So, but anyways, thanks for hanging out with us. Really appreciate it. If you guys want, we'd love a like, a subscribe, or, you know, even a follow or a share. You could always head over to thehalfwayhomestead.com and check out our other work there. All social media stuff's down below. Really do appreciate you guys. God bless.